Hey Brian, this is Sean. Just taking a look at where your final is. This is the file you submitted on December 10th. So I'll just give you a few pointers on what to do, what to work on next, maybe where to focus on. There's a lot in here, and I think you probably already know what you want to work on, but so the main thing is the feet are sliding around, the bear's popping a little bit. Work on all that first. And then there's no camera. We talked about this in class because you placed a perspective instead of a camera. So I'm removing perspective 1. I'll create a camera. I'll put it mostly in the same spot you had it. Pretty sure you're thinking something like this. So like that back far leg maybe doesn't matter as much as this front leg. Any sliding on this foot is going to be really noticeable. So maybe we'll fix that first and then go from there. Yeah, let's do that. So some of it is kind of hard trying to figure out what you meant to do with your animation. That might be a small move or something. That looks like another move. That's a big long slide. I'm just going to pop to this pose here. It looks like you meant to do this, but maybe just stuff started getting lost and moved around, and then probably jump out to here at some point. And then you're moving it back up here. You probably like that pose. I'm sort of doing it this way, that way I can tell. I'm trying to like diagnose what that foot's doing. I'm just kind of making up feet positions at the moment. I'm sort of just guessing about what your intention was. Just get rid of that pose. Ah, maybe not. Just to have like a series of small movements. Can work on it more later, but once you do that, now at least I've got sort of, that could be the thing that drives the rest of the animation as far as where the bear is. Yeah, and he's pretty erratic. I mean, if you watch that head, it's kind of jumping all over, and we went over that a little bit. So if I was working on this, the next thing I'd do is just sort of go from beginning to end and try and see if I can clean up what the bear's doing. So there's kind of like not a lot of action right here from 1 to 15. I'm guessing the bear's supposed to have the arm in his hand. I actually can't tell if the bear's got his this guy's arm in his maw or not. Hard to guess. Yeah, if you just skip through the poses, it's kind of pretty okay presentation. Not bad. Okay. It looks like you might be like translating things to try and line it up. There's the first big pop feels like it's right here. Okay, that doesn't look like it was on purpose. Looks like this might have been a mistake. Maybe you did that to get the hand lined up. Or something. I think that was the main big pop I was seeing. Okay, so I'm following everything. I'm kind of following everything. I'm gonna lock that foot down real fast. The slide was bothering me. Oh, I think you're having the bear kind of like step over the person's foot. You might spend some time on that. Yeah, that slow slide up on this, the same foot I've got selected. It kind of makes the bear lose weight a little bit. Whoop. Move the camera. Oh, I undid the thing. Okay. This is sort of just how I normally like work on a scene. I'm just trying to figure out. I think this is more or less where you figured you were on your stuff. Yeah, I was noticing some weird pops on the legs, so I was watching the shoulders up on top, and you can see it like pop down and pop back up. That's probably the translation. It's probably this key. Just get rid of it. Smooth it out. Should be fine. Yeah, so this is the punch. Doesn't quite come across too well. This is, I think, the punch is sort of the meat and potatoes of like the first half of this scene. Yeah, the hand moves pretty slow, so it like comes up slow and then never quite makes contact with the bear. So I think the fist is a big part of, I think, why the punch isn't reading. Because you're not really showing the fist here, and then it doesn't really follow through. So you kind of want to show See if this works. Snip. Here we go. You kind of want to show the guy get ready, and then when he punches, kind of swings through. This isn't making sense, but so in here you probably want to show the hand, and then that's the contact, and then that's a follow through. So one of the big reasons to work with cameras is that way you can do stuff like this, where I'm just lifting the anticipation on the fist up to a point where it reads a little better on the screen. More like a fist. There we go. So that's our anticipation pose. And then 40 is our contact. And then that was our follow through. And then, so the anticipation is 32. I'm just getting rid of all the stuff in between. Yeah, so the bear should be hit right about here. Right in the nose. I want to like anticipate the punch with the body, but the body's got so many keys on it already. it's dangerous to mess with. But let's see what we can do. Yeah, just doing that really helps. Having that arm read. And then quickly moving that arm in. It's pretty helpful. It's not perfect, but works okay. I'm a fan of the hands bouncing back when it hits stuff. So it goes boom. I want to come in nice and strong and lined up. I hope that didn't help. I think it was better when it was just random. So I would just keep working on it from here. I don't want to keep working on this forever. So my suggestion is, the next thing I do when I got it to this point is clean stuff up a little. Trying to find weird things that don't feel quite right. The bear feels poppy, but it's hard to identify exactly what part. I think it's like this pop right here where the rib cage goes in one direction and the guy goes in the other. Might be something in here going on. Maybe we just smooth out a little. I don't really know. Is there something? Maybe we're. Let's see, what is that move there? Yeah, so that's left and right. So you're going back. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't even bother with that direction at all. I'd just kind of keep him steady. That should help there, actually. Let's see. Oh, I see what's going on. think you were moving the torso to compensate for the rotation. Maybe? Not sure. It feels like this is on fast forward. But anyway, I'll try and not work on this forever. So yes, do a pass, lock your feet down. That should be, you kind of saw how I did the one leg. I suggest doing the same pass on all the legs. It really helps keep your character grounded. You know, tweak this arm to try and get it locked into the bear's mouth. Try and make that punch read better. On the fist, having that anticipation pose up here, I think, and then making sure that the fist comes through kind of quick. And then it kind of looks like there's already the bear's moving down, so I would probably get the bear to not move until the punch connects. But I think I might have caused that when I was trying to clean stuff up. Not sure. And then yeah, and then you can kind of try and smooth out what the head's doing in here. I think you're better off keeping the bear's body kind of still, and then you can do some wiggles in here, and then I would make sure this foot is moving with the head, so any moves you do here make this foot kind of move around. But anyway, there's sort of a next step process for this scene. Hopefully this is kind of helpful. I know it's kind of at a point where there's a lot going on. It's hard to keep track of it all. But yeah, there it is. Alright, Brian. See you later.